Carpentry and antiques are my passions. Through the years, I have amassed various collections as well as useful woodworking skills. I have learned that just by keeping your eyes open while earning a living, you can learn a lot. I'm always looking for ways to do things differently and deviate from what's conventional. Join me on a journey of education and entertainment through projects and adventures. My name is Tischler, and welcome to my channel. Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of The Passive House. Can't believe we're on episode 10 already. But in this episode, we're going to finish insulating the floor. We won't do the ceiling quite yet because we have to wait on another roll of Intello. And I think we're going to build the deck and maybe work on some soffit and fascia. This won't be a themed episode, I don't think. It'll just be finishing up sort of loose ends that we didn't get to last time. But anyways, yeah. And I'm just working on putting backing in for the soffit, so I'll show you a little bit how I do that. Well, my GoPro's not working again. This is becoming a common problem, but so I can't really show you me doing it, but I'll explain what I'm doing. So I just put a nail where it's level in the center, and then use that point to snap both my level lines down, and the soffit is level with the fascia here. So that's what that line indicates. And then I'll take the 2x2, and the reason we're doing 2x2s, I usually just staple right through the J, but it's so open and windy out here. Today's a really good example of the wind. We just want a little bit of extra insurance that the soffit isn't gonna blow out on us. So that's the reason for having the extra backing there. And then that's what they look like on. They don't have to be anything pretty, just backing for the soffit. So now that all this backing is on, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting the soffit and putting it in place. So I'll show you how I cut the soffit. So the way that we like to cut our soffit is different from most people, where they pull one full sheet out of the box and then cut them each individually with snips. But the quick and efficient way to do it, 27.5 is the measurement I need. So just mark that right on the box. Take a square that line, and then we use this saw. It's just got a blade in backwards, and just cut the whole box all at once. And because the blade isn't deep enough to go all the way through, I'll just flip it over and transfer the marks and cut the other side. Now I can take this whole box up in the scissor lift and just draw them out one at a time. Since it's really windy today, it's nice to have them all kept together. So I got a bit of a start here. So basically I just put the box in front of me, draw my pieces out, and on the house here, we're not using a Soffit J like I did here. I put it here because I think we're just gonna clad this in metal and the J will be exposed. But here there's gonna be metal siding, I think, so there'll be a big thick J that would totally cover the Soffit J anyways. So putting that there would just be a waste of material. There. That's pretty much how you do Soffit. Just keep going the same way all the way down. Out of staples. It's supposed to be really cold and windy and stuff tomorrow, so we got some tarps and put them on the overhead door so it's not too cold in the garage or the house, because the wind kind of, even though we got all the windows polyed, the wind still comes in through the overhead door, and like it's not a perfect seal with the poly on the windows, so the air blows through there. And last week, while we were doing the insulating, Colin did a lot of backfilling. They brought a lot of dirt in here, so he was busy moving that around, and now this all looks really good. It's nice to walk on. This is where the deck is gonna go. And around front, it's all nice and clean and level. Well, today, Adam and I worked on insulating a bit more. We're pretty close to the end here. Probably only have a couple hours insulating left. And Colin worked on framing the deck. So this all looks pretty nice. He backfilled up to it, so it'll just be a small step up. Should be a really nice little deck, veranda type area. So we'll be back tomorrow to insulate and probably find something else to work on as well. Okay, so we just finished up insulating the floor. Got it swept up the best we could. So now we're gonna move on to taping. Colin already taped off this wall. So Adam's just working on taping the walls, and I have begun taping up the holes in the floor. So I'll tape the holes first, because that's where a lot of this loose insulation that we can't sweep up is coming from. And then once the holes are taped, we'll go back, sweep the floor again, so it gets it nice and clean, and we can tape our seams. Okay, so classic incident. I can't get the GoPro working again, so I'm gonna try and demonstrate this one hand. It's fairly straightforward, but roll it out like that. Then I take my knife, just cut it off there, still leaving a sticky flap. Stick that down there, pull the backing, stick it down, make sure it's good and sealed so everything's airtight, and cut it. And there, that's how taping the holes goes for several hundred of them. So today was a pretty decent day. We got all the seams and holes taped, floor and walls. We ran out of tape yesterday, so Colin ran, you can't just buy this stuff here in Canada. It's not really readily available. But there's a high performance building supply shop in Edmonton. So Colin ran and grabbed some, this is like a 4-inch tape. So that was a lot easier than using the 2-inch tape. Didn't have to use 2 pieces to cover the hole, just use 1 piece. So that made that a lot more efficient. And yeah, all that is done. And oh yeah, he also picked up an alternative to the Intello, a Delta Nova Flex, similar thing, basically does the same thing as the Intello. So we put that up today, and we also started back on the Soffit and fascia. I'll make sure to put some clips in of us doing the Soffit and fascia. I don't know, these are all kind of out of order because we've been kind of working all over the place, just working by the weather, kind of. If it's cold and windy, we're inside. If it's nice enough to work, we're outside. So I'll just make sure I assemble the clips in a way that makes sense. And yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow, probably doing more Soffit and fascia. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're just working away here on the Soffit, just getting to that last little part there, and I think everything's coming along good. We got the fascia following behind, so yeah, going good so far. Oh yeah. This will be about 26. Yep. Now, unfortunately, we're not able to keep this a truly fastenerless roof because see how this kind of pillows up here for some reason? I'm not sure why. So we've decided to just put one screw in the middle just to hold it down. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so soffit and fascia is done for the most part. We just have a little bit more left to do there, but that shouldn't be a problem to finish up when we grab some more. Well, I think I'm gonna leave it there for episode 10. This week was a pretty decent week. We got quite a bit done. We'll be back next week to start finishing off. I think we'll finish off the roof and do a lot of the stuff with the floor and ceiling. And yeah, maybe frame some partition walls, I don't know. But we'll find out in episode 11 what we do, I guess. So thank you so much for watching. You can also follow me on Instagram at Austin_Tischler and get some sneak peeks at videos and stuff like that. Just kind of keep up with what we're doing here at the Passive House and other videos I have. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.